Well, I tell you, it's almost like it's 1995 all over again. Suge Knight got cats out here in their feelings. I saw Mob James, Reggie Wright Jr. talking on Bound First, Pierce Morgan getting Suge, um, uh, uh, Cuomo, Chris getting him on this. I mean, Suge Knight is like a roving reporter. Who knew? Being locked up, he didn't become the go-to guy for all things with Diddy, all things the inside guy that's got stories for days. People are like making him out like he is basically a Forrest Gumper. That's what it's turned into. What do I think about it with Suge getting the attention and the hype man? He's a charismatic cat. And I've done other videos talking about it, but it tell you something. He still radiates that type of pulse. Well, it was 30 years ago when he got on stage at the Source coming up this coming August when he says, you don't want your regulars all in your videos, all in this come to death row. And that quote shed light. He definitely had people talking. He had the streets talking. He's just still intriguing. People are still looking at him. People are still listening to what he has to say. I'll say it like this. He's shrewd, manipulative, and he really is cut from the same coin as Diddy. You know, the difference is that Suge couldn't keep himself out the spotlight despite not being in the spotlight, if that makes sense. And Diddy couldn't, never met a camera, nothing he didn't like. But they cut from the same cloth. And again, as I've said in other videos, and I'll say it again, if he when he talk about Jimmy Iovine and Cloud Davis and other situations, that's the ones who are still cashing checks and they still walking around the streets free, even though they know a lot more stuff, but no one's coming after them. They're using the two black men in the windows. And I'm not going to make this into a situation where cats break the laws because they black, they don't deserve to get some time or something like that. I'm not going to sit there and say that they're innocent, but I am going to say this. There is no justice because the cats that were pushing the agenda are the ones that have to do the bid. The ones who were putting the money behind it, ain't no one saying nothing. You don't hear nothing about Jimmy Iovine or Clive Davis. So, but anyway, Suge's got these cats out here in their feelings. I mean, he's still polarizing. He's still divisive. You know, everybody came in hand on it. I don't really want to hear, I hear Mob James and Reggie Reggie. First of all, you're an accessories. And just like Gene Deal's an accessory to Diddy. It's great story time. It's great. I don't know. It's the Turner Home Theater, Mr. Rogers neighborhood where you sit down, you have story time, and you can reveal all these stories and you can talk about all what happened here in this date, in this moment, in this season. All you're an accessory. And you're almost better off if you don't say nothing. Save it for your book. But when you keep putting this stuff out here and you got all these stories about people, you make yourself even guiltier than the person that you're trying to pronounce as guilty. See, sometimes these cats talk too much and then they get touched and then they want to say, well, this is that and the other. Well, when the money was good and the champagne and the Cristal de Moet was bubbling and the Ciroc or whatever y'all was drinking was all that, y'all had nothing to say. Y'all sat there and let cats get debased and all kinds of things go on. Men, women, anything you saw, you looked the other way because he was the boss and the money was good and the feeling was good. Now he says something that y'all don't like. Now all of a sudden y'all got stories that come out. See, I want people to be consistent. Don't be consistent after the fact. Be consistent during the fact. That's the problem. So Suge out here got these cats in their feelings and he's telling, but I really don't really hear him talk much about Diddy because he's in the same boat as Diddy is. Same situation. Same exact. And I'm gonna just leave it at that because basically you can't really put your socks in another man's shoes unless of course you've been in them shoes yourself. See? So that's how you kind of put that. Remember that quote. You can't put your socks in another man's shoes unless you've been there yourself. So that's how that goes down with that. But the fact that Suge got these cats in their feelings and they popping off and they got all this. Suge's got some credible stories and stuff. I mean, I will say this. They definitely sought to take the brothers out of doing the business in the industry. They always have. The boutique labels and all that to break you up to take the money. You see who be holding the bag when it's all said and done. That's a fact. Because we don't own nothing. When you create all that, and I think it was Tupac's, I forgot who was relation to Tupac. He had an interview and he said Interscope made $1 billion post Tupac when he was no longer here. I said, it's true. They stay making hand over fist off of you. That's what people don't understand. That's how the plantation is. But when you get caught in the middle of it, what you got to show for it? And you see where Suge is and you see where Diddy is. But you see who's still out there walking around, still signing checks and living their best life. That's the side that you don't see. But anyway, that's my thoughts and takes about this latest with Suge Knight. Got these catching their feelings. And I'm not really trying to hear him talk about Diddy because they about in the same boat. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for another shit if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm on one time. Peace.